No, don't shoot them.
I've got a shot.
Shoot the artifact. Oh.
Turn back.
Garneau!
I guess he was helping us, after all.
Damn it.
He said turn back because he was going to blow the thing up. He didn't want us to get hurt. Aw, he's a nice guy.
Shepard, over here.
What have you got?
A plot twist. I mean, what?
That
Huh?
was not Garneau. This is. It appears he's been dead for a while.
So, Leviathan can have Bryson killed, can take over this colony, and he can use them as puppets. Huh.
That's pretty terrifying.
Anything else useful?
Encrypted data, and a personal log with 8 missed calls from a Dr. Ann Bryson.
Ann Bryson?
Yes, Bryson's daughter.
Who are you?
Probably not her.
What are you doing here?
I'm Commander Shepard. Are you alright?
I think so. I feel strange, but... alright.
Do you recognize this man?
I've never seen him before in my life.
Someone here killed him.
Someone here? How is that possible? I'm so sorry.
Can you tell me anything about what happened to you?
Not really. I, remember... it just seemed cold. I remember a feeling... cold and dark.
If dark was a feeling, that's exactly what I felt.
When you say dark, do you mean like evil dark, or do you mean just like blackness and emptiness?
That artifact, do you know where it came from?
Came out of the mine. Right. Head office was supposed to send someone. That's about all I can...
Cortez, what's your situation? Can you bring the shuttle?
Affirmative. Strangest thing. A couple of minutes ago, the Reaper forces broke off and left.
Reaper. What's a Reaper?
What year do you think this is?
2176.
2176 was 10 years ago.
What?
Let's arrange for these people to be evacuated into temporary quarantine.
That's a lot of time to lose. These people are in for a shock.
I wonder if they've aged at all. That's what I'm most curious about. I mean, it's really cool that they've lost, maybe not cool for them, cool for me they lost a lot of time.
To destroy a Reaper, but possesses an indoctrination ability.
Do you think it might be a Reaper?
If it is a Reaper, then I want to know what it's up to.
It's a good question, Caden.
How long has it been out here? And more importantly, why? Edie, did we get anything from Garneau's notes?
Yes. They suggest that Garneau created a way to block the artifact's mind-affecting properties. The artifact seems to be the key.
Agreed. When I head back to Bryson's office, I want you there.
Yes, Commander.
I want to know just what the hell these artifacts really are and what they can do.
They're powerful and dangerous. That's for sure.
And we've got one sitting right in the middle of the Citadel.
I love how... Oh, wait. Chief Engineer Adams wants to speak to me. What about? Alright, we'll go talk to him. Jeez. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, yes, that was it. I was gonna say, it was really cute how Edie seemed really proud to have been picked specifically. Engineering, that's where we're gonna go. Picked specifically when Shepard said, I want you there. It's like, her cybernetic? That's not the right word. Her mechanical eyes seem to light up, which is interesting, considering I don't know how that's possible. Well, actually, wait, there could just be lights in there. They could physically and literally light up. But you know what I mean. She seemed happy. Alright, Adams, what do you want?
Think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
That's lies, both of you.
You should go see Adams, Commander.
Fine.
Commander, Good news on the installation of that thermal pipe you got us.
Much better than we expected.
I told you it would.
It gets better. While interfacing through our ezo capacitors, our Miss Daniels here had an epiphany.
I wouldn't go that far.
She and Donnelly deduced some theoretical improvements to our capacitor design. Edie and I ran with it and documented our conclusions. Our core is too compact to apply our theories, but it could help the Crucible engineers. Give the word and I'll send the plans their way.
Do it.
Aye, aye.
Nah.
Well done, everyone.
Nah. We should hog that information and not share it with anyone. Why would we share? We can't apply it to our engines. Why should we apply it to anybody else's engines? That's what I say. While we're down here, we should check up on Javik and then check up on our nosy little reporter on the other side of the ship. Hey, buddy. Okay, fine. Fine. I tried talking to you. I said hello and everything. I was holding out my hand for a fist bump, and you just left me hanging. You left me hanging, bro. Aliens, go figure.
Breaking now, the Citadel in flames. A brazen attack by Cerberus, repelled by CSEC. Alliance Marines explain the Council fleet's delayed response. We speak with the brave men and women who fought the good fight in the battle space.
Hold on a second. I just wanted to interrupt there. I was there on the Citadel. CSEC didn't do very much. It was mostly me. Hold on, get out of the way. I don't want to be in front of the camera.
Commander, I've got some questions about the coup, but I'm online with my producer right now. Can we set up an interview in your cabin?
Sure. That's one of the things we also need to do. We need to go to the cabin and call people up. I think Trainer also wants a chess game, if I remember correctly. And I think it's just Diana Allers who wants an interview of some sort. I think let's do that now. Let's do that now whilst we're, you know, being chatty and sociable before we decide to go back to being Sherlock Holmes and deducing where to go next to find Leviathan. Oh, wait, actually no. Hold on. I'm going to change my mind. We've got a mind control device on the Citadel. We are not waiting to take care of that. What was I thinking? Clearly, I've been indoctrinated. You know, sometimes I kind of wonder why we don't just shout to Joker, "Quick, go to the Citadel." It's not like he doesn't know the way. Surely you can just say, "Joker, we need to go to the Citadel." You don't need to go into the galaxy map and point it out. I mean, I guess maybe there are coordinates that you just quickly set in that help Joker out, but surely he's got like a speed dial for the Citadel. Everybody's got to have like the Citadel at speed dial number 1. Maybe speed dial number 2 after their home planet, maybe? Also, it feels like we're taking the long way around the galaxy. Look at that. We go up and around and then down over to the Citadel. This is one hell of a long trek. Why don't we just use the Omega relay and cut through the middle of the galaxy? Because that's what it's there for. We've got the IFF.
We need to shield the artifact they've got here right away.
Using Garneau's data, I should be able to accomplish this without difficulty.
Damn thing's been here the whole time. Why weren't we affected?
Perhaps the amount of time spent near the artifact is key. After a certain duration, it affords Leviathan an impressive mind control capability.
I feel like this isn't even a question. Right now, Leviathan is most certainly not an ally. He blew one of his indoctrinated soldiers up.
I'd call it dangerous as hell. Bryson's assistant tried to kill me.
Perhaps Leviathan was controlling him to protect itself, diverting people away from its trail.
Maybe. It just shows we don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Despite the risk, this artifact remains our only link to finding Leviathan. Perhaps we could find more information about it here in the lab.
Agreed. Bryson's team might have turned up something we missed. I'll look around.
Such as this head. Sorry, I really can't help myself. I just love playing with that thing. Alright, initial tests. Artifact tests negative for infrared and ultraviolet emissions. No gamma or X-ray detected. Nor X-ray radiation detected. Follow-up tests. Artifact does not react to application of various stimuli. Internal readings inconclusive. No progress in determining age. Sorry, I'm terrible at reading on screen. I promise you I can read. I promise that. Guess I stayed here all night finding out that this thing isn't really important. Fell asleep at desk. Conclusion, artifact is definitely inert and safe. Recommend keeping it here for reference. We should all be near it. Maybe more useful than Leviathan in the long run. Recommend we abandon hunt for Leviathan and seek more productive studies. Oh, really? Hadley? How did nobody tell that the guy was I mean, I guess you're not looking for indoctrination, but something suspicious in that conclusion.
They were testing the artifact for energy emissions.
And found nothing. Still, I recommend leaving it shielded.
I completely agree.
Anything interesting about the artifact structure?
It is not constructed of the same compounds used in standard Reaper technology. Beyond that, nothing of relevance.
Why don't we just call Dr. Ann Bryson and kind of just have her give us the 411? Is that the right phrase? I have no idea. It's been so long since anyone's ever used that phrase in my circle of friends that I've completely forgotten if 411 is the correct set of numbers. I definitely remember a 11. Project
Edie,
information.
what project was Garneau working on when he found the artifact?
Basilisk.
Got anything on Basilisk?
Several ships, a mythical creature, and a rare mid-tier enemy type in the galaxy of fantasy video game. It possesses a gaze attack capable of triggering synced animation kills. Player forums describe it as overpowered.
I meant the project, Edie.
Oh. Then, no.
There's got to be something here on this artifact. What about the server?
I've got
Bryson's
a feeling...
assistant wiped the office server and destroyed all backups, likely before killing Bryson. However, records show new messages on Bryson's personal comm terminal upstairs.
Could be worth a look.
Sorry, I just want to say, why do I get the feeling that Edie is secretly an online gamer? Yeah, I think maybe an MMO gamer? I'm not entirely sure. That seems unfair for her to be an MMO gamer. She's an AI, an unshackled AI. Where? Oh, here it is.
A message from Dr. Bryson's daughter, Anne. According to my records, she worked with her father.
You didn't think of mentioning this last time?
I'm at the dig site in the Pylos Nebula. Project Scarab paid off. I've got another artifact like the one Garneau found. I think it could be affecting people's behavior. You need to shield the one in your office. I tried to warn Garneau, but I can't get through. We've got Reaper scouts coming in toward the main site. I'm heading to the secondary base to grab what research I can.
Anne Bryson was attempting to contact Garneau on the asteroid colony. She seems to know something about the artifact.
She sounded worried.
If Reaper forces were approaching, her concern was warranted.
Let's hope we get to her before they do.
She said she was in the Pylos Nebula, working for Project Scarab. That cluster contains several systems. I'll call up the nebula on the galaxy map. We may also search the lab for clues to narrow down her location.
Now, if I remember correctly, I thought James was actually meant to be joining us. Or somebody from the Normandy crew. Somebody else just kind of comes in, says, hey, I thought you needed a hand. Maybe we come back to the lab later? Or maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly.
The Reapers. Let's hope we find Anne before they do.
Still don't know how I feel about keeping that thing here.
Does anything in Anne Bryson's work history suggest where she might be?
Nothing relevant.
Project Basilisk, team leader, Garneau, Project Scarab, transport, MSV Icarus. That's a terrible name for a ship. You should have just called it the Daedalus. Then there's, you know, less jinxing it and burning and, I don't know, solar radiation or something.
Anne Bryson flew out on a ship called the Icarus. Can you track its movements?
No. The Reapers have disrupted civilian comm buoys. But we might learn more if we find the ship's specifications.
Any correlation between Project Scarab and these unexplained creature sightings?
Not beyond Leviathan itself.
I'm just checking everything that highlights itself just so I can be thorough.
Any idea if Project Scarab involved Element Zero?
Unlikely. We may learn more from the Project Requisitions Locker.
Aha, that's what the locker is in the other room. Hold on, I want to check everything in this room before we abandon it.
There are specifications for several ships here. We need to find the Icarus.
There we go, Icarus.
The Icarus. Here we go.
The ship has enhanced electrostatic discharge cells. They facilitate long-range FTL travel.
So they jumped to the Pylos Nebula by mass relay, then flew to another system.
Yes. Otherwise, they would have chartered a less expensive ship.
Okay, we can rule out the relay system.
See, that's detective work. We're doing great, Edie, although, if I'm brutally honest, I feel like it's mostly you doing all of the detective work and you're just humoring me. Almost like I'm Watson. Although, to be fair, Watson was intelligent in his own right.
What about criminal activity in the Pylos Nebula?
Because the area is part of the Attican Traverse, criminal reports are unreliable at best.
And I mean, that's the locker.
Access card. Any idea what it opens?
The requisitions locker. According to records, it was last used by Anne Bryson to obtain equipment from Project Scarab.
Yeah, I think anybody would have been able to tell it opens the requisitions locker, Shepard. You're being a bit of a dum-dum, huh?
Let's see what Anne Bryson requisitioned for Project Scarab.
That's awkward placing of the suit. I can't.
Wind protection gear.
Ooh, is that an upgrade? That is an upgrade.
Didn't take breathing masks.
Based on what Anne Bryson did or did not requisition, the dig site was arid but habitable.
Get me a filter for systems with compatible planets.
Okay, so I think we've got all of the information now. Wow, that's it?
Based on the search data, it is one of these two systems.
And with the other one, we'll narrow it down
Based
to...
on the data,
there we go.
Only one system remains a viable possibility.
Good. Let's go get Anne Bryson.
That's kind of a shame. I was actually kind of hoping for, I don't know, more detective work, finding out more things, having more variables so that we could try and puzzle it out, narrow it down by combining different variables to get different results. But I don't know, I enjoy puzzles, I enjoy things like that, but that's... You could tell that if you've been following... Ooh. You can tell that if you've been following me for a while. After all, I mean, I love point-and-click adventure games, especially things that involve detective work, puzzles, and figuring things out. Like Portal, Sherlock Holmes, that kind of jazz. Yeah. Just double-checking. Double-checking we haven't missed any upgrades. And return to Normandy. I don't want to speak to Admiral Hackett. He and I are not on speaking terms right now. You understand? Just block all calls from him. Block all calls. I don't even want to talk to that guy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately I have run out of time for recording today, which, yeah, it frustrates me because I feel like we're so close to finally finding Leviathan. But it's gonna have to wait until next recording set. Maybe next episode, maybe the episode after that, I'm not entirely sure. Don't remember how long the next bit of this DLC takes, but I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I hope you've enjoyed the detective work. I know it's not that hard, that complicated, but I think it's still fun. But yeah, I shall see you next time when we hunt down a Reaper killer. Sorry, I really enjoy saying Reaper killer. I don't know why.